Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Raz on F1 here again, giving you my thoughts on the Russian Grand Prix qualifying 2016. But I just want to start off by uh, uh, saying a few things before I start. Well, the first one is that from now on, I am not gonna use any more music, background music. This is I've got two reasons for this. The first one being is because I think it's a bit distracting and you can't really hear that well when I'm talking. And the other one is that uh, I wanna start and eventually become a YouTube partner and enable monetization in front of my videos. And obviously you can't do that if you've got any potentially any copyrighted music or tracks on the on the on the videos. So that's the reason why I'm not using any background music. Now let's get on with this. My thoughts on the qualifying of the Russian Grand Prix. To be honest with you, I think I have enjoyed this this one this qualifying session immensely because I have I think there's been a lot of stuff going on. In my opinion, it was as exciting as the race on a Sunday, which is rarely the case, I do believe. Well, firstly, I would like to say that I believe the Halo system on the Ferrari is might look a bit weirder than the one on the Red Bull. However, I believe that the one on the Ferrari is more effective than the one on the Red Bull. In my opinion, yes, the Red Bull one can deflect a tire. How how, but it can only deflect the tire if it if the if the if it flies if it hits the windscreen, if it doesn't go higher than the windscreen, is whereas if the and in my opinion it can still hit the driver potentially, whereas the Ferrari one might be a bit more ugly looking. However, given the fact that it's kind of like a roll cage, I think if a tire was to flip anywhere on the system on the Ferrari, it would protect the driver a lot more. tell me what you think. And maybe there are some technology whiz kids out there that know about the why Red Bull why I might be mistaken in the system, and they might be just as effective. So maybe somebody can explain that to me in more detail. But this is how I see it from the information that I know and what I've seen on the TV. Now let's get into Q1. According to Bennett Woods, Julian Palmer has received a bit of negative press and questioning his standing in the team. Well, I personally think that is really a bit too early to say, especially because the Renault team haven't been the greatest car of haven't done great, have they? I mean, how can you how can you give the driver a bad press if the manufacturer is basically not giving them the tools? Apart from that, I think it's way too early to judge a driver or any type of sports person on just 3 Grand Prix. But anyway, that's just my opinion. And in the first, then Hamilton went off track slightly, and then he rejoined apparently in the wrong way, and might be for which he had to go to the stewards for. But I think that was irrelevant, given that he couldn't actually take part in Q3 because of an engine failure, or shall I say, he had the same problem as last race. So I tell you now, he is going to start from 10th position, barring any other penalties. I don't think there is going to be another penalty. To be honest with you, and I know I'm going to get some abuse for this from Hamilton fans, but I actually am quite pleased that it's running so smoothly for Nico Rosberg this season, because I think he had his fair share of problems during the last 2 years when Hamilton became world champion. So now I think the tables have turned, and yeah. So good luck to Nico Rosberg, who is gonna start on pole position. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing that really surprises me is that the MENA team um, is starting from they were they starting from the back, well, near the back of the grid, um, which um, I personally don't understand, given that they're supposed to have a Mercedes engine, and yeah, so I don't understand why they've not improved simply due to their engine upgrade from Mercedes. What is so different between the engine of Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, um, who are running at the front, and the MENA team, that are running close to the back. And I personally think that the MENA team should really question whether they want to remain in Formula One, because I think they're turning into a bit of a laughing stock. But anyway, opinions might be divided on that actually, but I don't care anyway. So let's wait and see. The in the second part of qualifying, Grosjean went off track and off the track slightly, and complained about his car. I think I'm surprised that they've fallen that far back from the from where they from when they did the first two races, which was sensational. Again, Hulkenberg went out in Q. Hulkenberg when was out of Q. Went out in Q3. I mean Q2. Basically, I think he should question his stay in Formula One, given that he has not yet scored a podium, whereas Nick Perez has, and both McLarens went out as well. So what is Honda doing? That's a serious question. What is Honda doing? And I think when Honda decided to, or when McLaren decided to go back to Honda, I think they was more thinking about the glory years they had with Senna and Prost, and not looked at the reality of Formula One these days. So I think it was the wrong decision, and somebody didn't really use their heads when making that decision. Anyway, that is our Vettel got a 5-place grid penalty due to a gearbox change as well. So that concludes my qualifying report, and I'll see you tomorrow. See ya, bye. Thank you, everybody, You might wanna check out my other social media platforms and like, follow, and subscribe to them. So till next time, um, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.